There is a deep, almost religious division inside the world of photography that nobody wants to admit out loud. On one side, you have the technology giants pushing out massive, soulless, mirrorless cameras packed with hyperfast burst rates, artificial intelligence features, and digital menus so complicated they feel like operating a fighter jet. On the other side, you have the purists, the street photographers, and the artists who look at those digital machines with absolute boredom. For these creators, photography isn't about spraying 100 frames a second at a sports match. It's about the deliberate, tactile romance of holding a classic rangefinder, looking through real glass, and capturing a single, devastating moment in time. For years, the undisputed king of this purist world was the Fujifilm X-Pro series. But in late 2022, Fujifilm did something that sent shockwaves through the community. They quietly discontinued the X-Pro 3, left a massive void in their lineup, and went completely silent. Years passed, and many feared the line was dead forever, abandoned in favor of mainstream hybrid cameras. But the long, painful silence has finally been shattered. A camera has emerged from the shadows that doesn't just resurrect the legendary line. It completely transforms it into the ultimate rangefinder weapon, the Fujifilm X-Pro 4. This is not just a minor hardware update or an iterative sensor swap. It is a calculated, high-stakes masterpiece designed to capture the soul of analog photography while packing the most sophisticated, high-performance silicon on the planet, actively challenging everything from high-end mirrorless systems to Leica itself. To truly understand why the X-Pro 4 is causing such an immense wave of anticipation across the photography world, you have to understand the massive, controversial gamble of its predecessor. The X-Pro 3 was a beautiful, radical experiment. Fujifilm wanted to force photographers to stop looking at their screens and focus entirely on the viewfinder. So, they literally hid the rear LCD monitor behind a reverse folding panel, leaving nothing but a tiny sub-display that mimicked a cardboard film box tab. Some hailed it as a stroke of genius, but for many working professionals, it was an absolute nightmare. The ribbon cables inside the hinge began to fail, screens went black, and the everyday usability was highly compromised. When Fujifilm set out to engineer the X-Pro 4, they knew they couldn't just repeat the past, but they also refused to build a generic, boring camera. They had to walk an impossibly thin tightrope between pure, old-school analog ergonomics and modern, uncompromised structural reliability. The first massive victory of the X-Pro 4 is how it elegantly solves the screen crisis. The polarizing hidden screen is gone, replaced by a custom-engineered, ultra-slim three-way tilting LCD matrix. When closed, it sits perfectly flush against the magnesium alloy chassis, maintaining that clean, stealthy, distraction-free aesthetic that rangefinder shooters demand. But the moment you need to shoot from a creative low angle, capture an overhead perspective, or adjust a complex menu setting, the screen deploys with smooth, mechanical precision. It doesn't flip out to the side like a basic vlogging camera, because this machine is unapologetically built for photographers, not influencers. The exterior shell is forged from an